I gotta say, I feel like you, more than anybody else I've had on the show, are like really juggling a very healthy like YouTube career and also like acting. Is it hard sort of juggling going to auditions and doing all these different projects?
My brain feels like this most of the time. Just a mix between the blue creativity and then just red blood just coursing through my veins. And just the pain of creation. It is interesting, I'll say that much, because you gotta prioritize stuff in different ways, and you never really know what is supposed to take top priority, right? I remember, for instance, very clearly when we were doing these early photo shoots for the campaign for Poe Party. It was like, come down to the YouTube space and take some cool pictures. And to me, in my head, for a split second, I was like, well, that is on the opposite side of the city. I'm going during peak rush hour, but there was nothing in my head that was like, you are not going. Like, I left immediately and was like, I'm doing this. There's nothing because I, like, priority-wise, I was like, this is an awesome project. It's with my friends. And it was like a YouTube thing, so like that would be YouTube over like acting. But there have been so many times when I get an audition or like a commercial audition, and in my head I'm like, I could not care more about advertising for X. You know, it's like, I don't want to be in a car commercial for this.
Absolutely.
Even if it's gonna help pay my rent for the next, you know, half a year or whatever. So so that's why my brain feels like this most times.
I know that feeling.
But it's interesting. Yeah, you're right. It is a crazy balance. I would just say that we're all fortunate that I can't imagine being an actor without YouTube or other ways to express yourself, because I imagine like people like they would do theater, they would do anything else that goes to find different ways of creativity. Like maybe they'd be writers, maybe they would just hang out in coffee shops and pretend like everyone else in LA. Like it all depends, I guess. But for me, it's been a blessing to be on YouTube, because there's always something you can do if you're not doing something. I
agree, and you've had a lot of success there, and that's neat that you can like make YouTube projects that you are passionate about and like excited about, and like stuff that's fun.
And I've been really proud of everything that I've done, and I've been so proud of everything that my friends have done too. Like for me, it's so daunting to try and make a show, right, just from start to finish, to sit down and be like, I'm gonna write this, I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna film it, I'm gonna get the crew, I'm gonna get everything, I'm gonna fundraise for it, I'm gonna fulfill every reward that someone got on the fundraiser, I'm gonna send out updates, I'm gonna do, like, there's just a billion things that are gonna happen when you're trying to make something. And so seeing like you guys go take something like Poe Party all the way from start to finish is just like awesome.
Thanks.
Like you can't, I don't know, and I always say this, I don't know how much people understand how much work goes into making just anything. Except for this.
I don't know, you put a lot of work into that.
I've been holding it for a while because I just wanted to dry, and like I'm having an existential crisis looking at it right now.
I can't get these I don't know why these like fused together. I did it.
I was gonna say, you could do some teamwork. Alright, I'm gonna make another blood orange over here.
Whoa. So thank you for saying that. It is an insane amount of work, and I am now of the mind that like it is wise for actors to make their own stuff for multiple reasons, but also just so you like realize how much work goes into the projects that you're actually doing, because
you'll never take a film set for granted after you do your first project.
And even like that doesn't mean actors are bad. Like you just cannot really understand how difficult it is until you're actually doing it yourself, and like have an appreciation for all the different pieces and all the different like work that everybody is doing and all the different headaches. Like
my friend said it very well, which is like filming something is like going to war. You know, you're getting in the trenches with these people, and you're trying to just create something together out of all of it through all this chaos. And filmmaking is constant problem solving. Filmmaking is all sorts of these things, and so it's like really like you are entering battle with someone, and
it's
coming out the other side in one piece is a remarkable feat in and of itself.
It's totally true. And when you are lucky enough to just act, like you just take so much for granted. Again, not because you're a bad person. It's just like you show up and there are snacks there, and you're like, cool, you know. And you don't
someone help get some snacks for me. This is all for me.
You like somebody takes the trash out. Somebody gets toilet paper. Like you just don't like think about these things, and I never did until I was having to do it myself. And you're like, oh my god, this is so crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so much work.
The big thing about, I think, like, you know, you always hear about divas and stuff, and it's partially because the system works in a way that at the end of the day, you can put $1 million into something, if you don't have the actors show up and be in front of that camera, you literally have nothing.
Right, totally.
For the majority of what cinema and what like modern movie making and all that stuff is.
Yeah.
So for that reason alone, I think you start to foster an environment where divas and stuff become a reality because of the necessity of what they are to the system. Oh God.
Are you okay?
I'm just like doing the thing that makes it look like my brain more.
It's okay. I've got a couple over here that are kind of sad.
Existence is not sad. The frail state of a fragile mind is a beautiful thing.
I should take this opportunity to say that at the first Poe Party read-through, we had you read Dostoevsky because
oh my gosh, he wasn't there.
Come, and you were great.
I tried my best. I figured out because I was flipping pages ahead. I was like, this guy's a Russian accent.
Yeah.
I listened to something right before and I was like, okay, I think I got how a Russian accent works, and I maybe made it through like 20% of his lines before I couldn't figure out like how would you say this in a Russian accent.
Russian's not easy.
No, it isn't. And I remember at one point I said something, and I was just like, nope, that was it. That was the breaking point. There was no more Russian accent left.
We were all impressed. We were like, great. Well, if something happens to Clayton, we've got Jimmy.
The most Dostoevsky looking dude on the planet. Just stick a mustache on that guy and you're set.
Not to Clayton was wonderful, and we love him.
But that would have been better.
All right, well, Jimmy, we like to play a little game here on Craftversations. That game is called Hanky Panky, Marry, or Kindly Push Aside. Would you like to play this game?
Yeah, I would love to. I'm so glad it's so civil.
It's very civil. I was thinking maybe we could do video game characters because I don't think I've done that before on the show.
Would you?
I don't know a ton. We'll have to go like pretty general.
Okay, cool.
Zelda.
Zelda? Oh, yeah. Definitely. What was the Mary option?
Mary.
It's just Mary?
Yeah, Hanky Panky, Mary, or Kindly Push Aside. So I'll do Zelda and Peach and
oh crap,
Lara Croft.
Okay, I'm definitely hanky pankying with Elsie, Lara Croft. Only if it's in the Alicia the Alicia Vikander form.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that.
I'm really excited too.
Yeah, I love.
Apparently, she's just been a monster doing all of her own stunts.
Has she been?
A lot of her own stunts. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Which is awesome. Yeah. And then I would for sure hanky panky with that Peach, and I would settle down with Zelda, baby.
Wait, you have to push somebody aside.
Oh crap. You know, maybe I'll push.
You can't hanky panky both.
Maybe I'll push Lara Croft aside because she will be able to make her way out. Right.
That's true.
I will push her inside. I'll push her to the side into like an adventure.
She probably would prefer that anyway.
Yeah. I guess you could push any of those princesses aside. Well, Lara Croft's not a princess,
right? And
they'll have some sort of rescuer on the other end of it, right?
That's probably true.
Yeah.
Okay, give me.
Okay. Let's go Mario, Luigi, and Bowser.
Oh no!
You better not push aside Bowser.
I'm gonna push Bowser aside.
Boo!
Of course.
Just because he wrecks homes doesn't mean he's a home wrecker.
But he's like a weird reptile man.
Aren't we all?
Got a point.
Okay,
I don't know.
Push aside Bowser.
Who is more marriage material between Mario and Luigi?
Whoever should know. Who knows?
There are some real Luigi fans out there. I've noticed.
Yo, I'm the realest Luigi fan. I'm a younger brother, so Luigi definitely does resonate with me more.
Is he younger?
I think so.
Oh.
I would hope so.
He's just taller, so I don't know.
Well, I'm like, Freddy's birthday, my brother, is the exact same day that Super Mario was like said to have come into existence.
No way!
Yeah, and that day is today, September 13th.
Oh, it's Freddy's birthday?
Yeah.
Oh God. Thanks for coming here on Freddy's birthday. Sorry.
Oh, please.
Happy birthday, Freddy.
Turns out you have one every year. You get a little less special as the years go on.
That's true. Are you guys doing anything?
I was going to say each other, but I was like, no, we're not doing anything. We're just chilling. I'll probably wish him happy birthday and make sure that the internet knows.
Yeah.
By tweeting it out as well. I'm
sure the internet knows. That's great. Well, considering my penchant for taller, thinner gentlemen.
Penchant.
Penchant. I'll marry Luigi. No, yeah, and I'll hanky panky Mario.
There you go. Correct answers.
And green is my favorite color, so.
Oh, well, perfect.
So there you go.
Luigi is definitely the most marryable out of all of them. Mario's always going off on adventures.
That's true.
Putting himself in harm's way, Luigi's like, I'm gonna be safe. Don't include me. I'm not lonely.
Can you just do a bunch of accents?
Woohoo! I mean, I can do Mario and stuff all day. I grew up playing those games, so.
Would you like to answer some questions from our viewers?
Yes, I would love to.
Let's see, should we just get right into it right away?
Okay.
Somebody asked a question about, let me find it, being an Asian actor and what that means.
Very Asian.
Very Asian. Yeah. Where is it? I can't find it. It
consumes you. This is therapeutic, man.
It's nice, right?
Yeah, I just like looking at it.
I think that looks really cool.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not gonna lie, that looks awesome.
Beauty and imperfection.
This has done some cool...
oh crap, I touched it. It's okay. Imperfection is beauty.
It is.
Oh wow, look at that.
Cool designs.
Like the gravity over time has led the paint to drip down and
that's awesome.
Take a more unique shape. That's beautiful.
Jimmy, what have you learned as an Asian American in the industry / what advice would you give for aspiring Asian actors? Obviously, that's a huge question, but
yeah, that is a lot. Geez, I would say one of the more important things I learned is that you will not get many opportunities if you are not looking for them in the right way.
Well,
so if like you sit around and you're like, you know what, I'm just gonna wait for them to come to me. I'm gonna only submit for the things that say, you know, want Asian American, etc., or Asian looking. You know, like if you only submit to the things like that, then you're only going to get the roles that people have defined for you to get.
Sure.
If that makes sense.
Yeah,
so for me, a lot of it was you got to be a self-starter in different ways. And I think YouTube has been a great example of that for Asian Americans, because when we started, it was like Ryan Higa, Wong Fu Productions, Kev Jumba, and all those guys were big icons in the Asian community because they decided to make their own path. And I think a lot of being a minority actor in a world that isn't going to just feed you roles, a big thing of it is you got to take the roles for yourself, and you got to figure out how to at least find a way to creatively fulfill yourself, because you're not gonna, those opportunities are just not gonna come around that often.
Totally. That's great. That's great advice. I love that. Thanks for saying that. I have paint all over my fingers.
How are you ever going to look at questions now?
I can't ask you.
Do I need to give you a paper towel now? Sorry, I use this one.
No, thank you. Thank you. Since you have the same birthday and died in the same episode, Poe Party, can you provide proof that you're not actually twins?
I don't know if twins are supposed to die at the same time.
Yeah, that's is a bit
really
weird.
Depressing.
But I hadn't really thought about how
we do have the same birthday.
Happens.
I didn't think about that either. That's really funny.
And the same year as well.
Yeah. So
maybe we are.
I don't know. Take a look. Take a real close look.
We're probably
do you see the similarities?
The only two people born on that day. That's not true. So many people have our birthday.
Yeah, I found that Alex Wasabi has that same birthday.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
He's a YouTuber. And then there's also
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga has the same birthday.
Julia Stiles.
Really? Dang, I love Julia.
Yeah.
Even more now.
Yeah.
And then also Zoella, who's also another YouTuber.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. Well, cool. It's because
I think I did
on my birthday, I do look at Twitter and I see other people wishing other people happy birthday. It's like, they only go to my page. You'll see all the balloons pop up if they would know.
You gotta soak in those birthday wishes.
It's March 28th, by the way. We'll see you on Twitter.
Yeah, don't miss it next year. Seriously.
Any year. Next year. Come on.
Or any year.
Ever. Never miss it. If you watch this video, you have signed a solemn oath to never miss our birthday.
To never miss our birthday.
Yeah.
This person says, in all these years of doing what you love, what did you have to sacrifice in order to get where you are today?
Jeez, your viewers ask some deep questions.
They do, don't they?
In all the years doing what did I have to sacrifice?
Yeah.
Probably, oh God, this is going to be real depressing. Probably personal relations to a certain degree.
Really?
Just because I grew up in a household that really wanted, success was defined by what you made of it and whether or not you were able to put in the work to get, what you, you reap what you sow kind of thing. And so as a result, I grew up playing classical piano every day of my life, and we would do that for hours. And I've applied a lot of that similar work ethic to my career as well, and trying to find like maximum value. It's like this almost obsessive thing where if what I'm doing is not valuable, then I don't think I should be doing it, or I feel bad. I feel like I've wasted my time.
I'm bad at that too. I have to make myself, I'm not good at it. I will like not let myself do fun things like
this.
Yeah, like this, or like bake cookies, because I'm like, this isn't productive.
Yeah, and it's tough because, I don't know, like Hollywood especially puts a timer on females in like a vicious way, and you'll see that many female actors just don't put their birthdays anywhere because they don't want anyone to know how old they are, because that will change how they get cast. And so like there are unique challenges that face everyone that wants to be an actor or a performer in LA, and I 100% sympathize with everyone that wants to do this world of work, but specifically because it's so appearance-based, I really sympathize with the people who have it harder, because societally they will be judged more strongly on appearance as opposed to talent. And there's a lot of that in LA you see every day, which is people don't get cast if they're over a certain age, which makes no sense because if they look a certain way or if they can act a certain way, and those standards are not applied to men for the most part. Like,
I agree with that.
Yeah, there's like this thing where it's like as men grow older, they grow more handsome. As women grow older, they grow more haggard, you know, or whatever. And it's just like that's cruel and awful and wrong. And like some of the greatest actors of our time, like Glenn Close, and you know, you can name any number of just amazing like adult female women actors. But I can only imagine that there were so many people that had to give up or had to say no to their dreams along the way because of the way that the system works.
That's so true.
Yeah.
It sucks.
And so the survivors, the champions at the top are truly the greatest in the game.
Yeah.
And I think you can 100% say that for every major famous tier 1 actor that's a woman over the age of 40.
Yeah, that's true. Wow, thanks, Jimmy.
They went through hell and back, Dante's 80 Infernos.
They did.
And they are really good actors.
Thanks for sticking up for the ladies. It's true.
Well, I mean, if you are a part of a minority group, you end up learning that you just gotta stick up for everyone at a certain point. Like,
that's so true.
Yeah, we're all in it together, guys.
Yeah, we sure are. Hey Jimmy, how did your pots turn out?
My pots turned out pretty good. Here's the exploding brain of my consciousness. I like it because the blood mixed into the actual paint turned out really well. I didn't think my blood would
your own blood
would be the correct viscosity to mix in with the best. But
that looks so cool.
It's cool, yeah. It kind of reminds you of like a galaxy thing more than a marbleized
thing. It looks like a galaxy.
How'd yours
it
turn
looks
out?
great. Pretty good, I think.
I like the pastel-y colors. Thanks. When you put the pink in, I was like, ooh, I dig it.
Yeah, I'm into it. Yeah, I don't know. They're not bad.
This is my attempt at your pie.
I actually really think that's pretty good. The way that it, see now I wish mine had a little more water in it because it didn't do as much of the dripping effect.
Mine has all these little bubbles in there though. That was what happened to mine. It doesn't have as a sort of like a flat and like nice clean appearance. If you look closely, you can see all the mistakes. The closer I look, the more I despise everything about it.
No, it's wonderful.
Just kidding. Every creation is wonderful and crafts are wonderful because mistakes are so often rewarded in this field.
That's true. Thank you so much for being here and for sharing your crafting with us.
Thank you. No, my gosh. Thank you for sharing your crafting with me. I literally would never have done this in my life if it was not for this.
Now look at this treasure that you have.
I'm gonna buy a succulent. I'm gonna stick it in here and I'm gonna be lazy and not take care of it.
Sounds good. I probably too would kill it because I'm so bad at plants.
They're really easy. That's the whole point. Californians are lazy, you know, so you just stick it by a windowsill and just watch it flourish.
There you go. Cool, Jimmy.
Yeah. Thank you for having me, as always.
Where can people follow you if they don't already?
You can find me online. My tag for everything like Instagram, Facebook, not Facebook, sorry, Instagram, Twitter is JFWONG.
JF Wong.
And I tend to reply to almost everyone that tweets at me and stuff.
You are active, and you do a good job of all that.
I am active. Sometimes to my own detriment. You know, remember how I was talking about how I want to find value in everything in life? Yeah, it turns out arguing with people on the internet is not a very high value proposition. Yeah, it turns out no one wins and everyone's worse for it.
Hard to resist doing that sometimes though.
Yeah. Anyway. But look, if I convince one person out of 100, then I will have those 100 arguments.
Yeah, there you go.
I wish I didn't say that.
That's how that works.
For the rest of my life. That's it.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Thank you.
Until next time, everyone, craft your truth. Bye.
This video was sponsored by my wonderful patron, Debby Li. Debbie, you're the best.